Sir, actually, I have two questions basically. First one is when I practiced like for inbound POC with a deconsolidation for single HU, which was mixed with like having mixed products, it was fine, working fine. Auto WT was working fine, as well as product warehouse task or HU warehouse task, which I give, that was also working fine. But in the inbound side, when I packed that like single HU into another HU, nested HU, it was not triggering POSC. It was ending the process like in GR zone only. Actually, when I confirmed that task, there was no auto warehouse task created. I tried manual warehouse task also. Nothing was possible. Why that occurred? I even used indicator parallel processing for that warehouse. Something I searched on some like blogs and all. I did not get answers. And I also contacted like my seniors, lead consultants. Also, they were also don't have time regarding to project consent, like constraints and all. So they also tried it, but never happened it. So I was asking like
Okay.
this is the one first question.
Very good question. Okay. Nested HU with deconsolidation, right? You are saying, right? Something like that.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So I'll ask you a question. Okay. When you create a unloading task.
yes.
Okay. Unloading task. First task, right?
Yes, sir.
Just check that. Is it your storage process is applied to the main HU or lower level HU? It's a question for you. Okay. Just check that.
Okay.
If it is
Yes, sir.
applying for the main HU, and then
Okay.
definitely it will go through next step.
Yeah.
System
Okay.
will forget about the next lower level HU. Okay. Even
Yes, sir.
sorry to say that I never tried this thing. Next this one nested HU process, but
Okay.
is that storage when you double click on the HU, and then you will see that
Okay.
I think content one somewhere you can see that the storage process is applied for this HU or not. When you see that
Okay.
INB1, whatever you are using, it is going to show that it's INB1 with this thing. If it is not applied,
Yeah.
there is a problem with that. So maybe
Okay.
systematically there must be an issue with the behind the scenes, but good scenario you have asked. So let me try that, and then next week I'm going to help you to understand nested HU why deconsolidation process is not working. Will that be okay?
And yes, sir. And another second question was in packaging specification, I will create a packaging specification for a material. Like, can I add a product to that same packaging specification? Because for first packaging specification, like product, it worked fine. Two level packaging specification, I used 2 level as well as 3 level when I was doing it. For addition of product, like we have a like provision to add product, right, and activate it. But for the same product, I have maintained condition records also, like in that same for product and different like another product also. I have added that product and maintained condition tables also, but it's not triggering for that material, another
Okay.
material.
You are saying that same pack spec number, you are adding another material in the as
Yeah.
a component, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
So
Is that possible or it is not possible itself?
you do one thing. I mean, just I'm giving you a heads up for you. You just added a material ABC, and then you trigger the scenario. It is working, correct?
Yes. Working.
Good. Next question. You are adding
Another product.
CDE below that packaging specification and then trying, but for CDE it is not working, but still ABC it is working even though second product is added, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Did you try that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is also tried.
Very good.
That was the
Very
thing
good.
that I faced. And
Correct.
condition tables I have maintained for both also.
I understood that. Now what you can do is I'm giving you a heads up to check the scenario again. So you do one thing, remove both the products, add CDE first and then ABC next, and then try.
Okay.
ABC is working or not. Let's check that.
Yes. Okay, sir. I will try that also.
Try that.
Okay.
And then now, why are you adding the same material, another material to the same packaging specification? What is your requirement? Next question I'm asking.
Actually, sir, I was practicing it, like simple for testing like packaging for first stage, second stage, as well as with auxiliary. So I thought of using this packaging specification for POSs. So why to create multiple PS like for every material? I thought of adding it, and there was an option to add product. That was like if they have given some that issue means I thought, oh yes, it might work. So I added the product and tried with not like requirement or something.
Okay. What is that is not working? I mean, you're doing the POSC process with the VAS or POSC process with the
No, sir.
deconsolidation?
Actually, I was like first in packaging specification. I was creating packaging specification for all my products. Like whatever I
So that
have in
means
my
your
warehouse, I was creating that.
auto
Yeah.
HU is not creating, you're saying?
Auto HA is creating, no problem. But rather than this POS is different processor. I am talking only about packaging specification now.
Yeah, that's
When
what. What
that
is not working?
uh,
What is not working as per yours?
for second product, it is not triggering packaging specification. Why first
Uh,
product it is preparing?
no,
Second
packaging
product why not
specification
is
is not
preparing?
triggering in where? Is it in inbound? Inbound delivery?
Yes, inbound, not in wave,
So
inbound.
what is not your final? I mean, first material. What is your final output?
It
Success.
deconsolidation was over. Entire POC has followed for that.
Okay. One more thing. I mean, like there is a baddie actually. I don't remember the baddie. When you use that plan material one and material two,
Hmm.
activate that baddie, I think. Then it is going to treat that packaging material with that. Oh, no. Sorry. That's not that. Okay. So, okay. Try with jumbling what I said. Okay. Try
Yes,
with
yes,
jumbling
sir.
here, there, and then see.
That was the first case was that first question, right, sir? Deconsolidation. That
Hmm.
for single HU, for single packaging specification, single material, if the material I packed it in inbound delivery, VL31N manually, not pack spec, that
Hmm.
it finally worked. But for like if a packaging specification contains two products, the issue did not trigger the decon as well as packaging specification was not available for second product. So I was thinking that only actually why it was not triggering packaging specification as well as this issue occurred with decon also. Like I manually packed in VL31 and also tried to create nested HU there only in
Hmm.
VL31 and I packed it in the then also tried it. Decon did not work, so I was little confused about that. So I will try
Hmm.
this, sir. Actually, I will try
Yeah,
this.
try this. Okay.
Okay. Sir, another one thing I last week mentioned, like 2 weeks before, I mentioned that they are developing something new product called receiving app and loading app.
Hmm.
Uh, and I wanted some like, sir, what are the scenarios I can test in loading app, and what are the scenarios I can test for inbound delivery app is very big. I know it. We are not handling nested HUs. First of all, we are handling only based upon like uh, single HUs delivery or unpacked deliveries.
Hmm.
What are the scenarios I can test, sir? Like for loading app or for receiving app? How can I imagine those scenarios, or what is the possibility of like anyone can give any guidance?
I mean, you're saying you're asking like loading app is
See,
created newly, and then what scenarios you can check that, right?
yes, the every Flory like in Flory we have created every loading app, receiving app like this, receiving of products as well as for loading after TU with TU. When a delivery inbound delivery is assigned to TU, that TU number we will enter in first screen. In second screen, either we can scan the product or scan the HU as well
Hmm.
as serial number.
Hmm.
Now if I scan the product, the entire details of the products will appear. Like I can enter production date, something, what are the quantities being entered, then I can put it like receive GL as well as GR as well as unloading. It follows a POSC basically.
Hmm.
Unloading
Like,
task is also created, GR is also done. How can I test it? Same with outbound case also. When picking is completed and packing is completed, or it will like take warehouse task are created for picking. Before
hmm.
I will assign it to TU. Then the TU I need to provide it in like go to loading app. I need to test that scenarios. Basically, they are developing a product, so I wanted just like scenarios what I can do that, as you have experience and all, and you have seen the scenarios. So I just wanted some scenarios based upon it. How can I test? Even batch managed also, we are receiving. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what was the I mean, screen look, how was the screen looks like, but I can say that scenarios is like what you can do is the scenario one is you are saying that TU is the first field, right? In that?
yes, sir. First screen, yes, sir.
Okay.
Actually that's company laptop, so I cannot share the screen. But I can next week I will come with some photos also, so that I
Hmm.
can show you how it looks like.
Definitely, that's okay, no problem. But I would like to say,
Flurry
receiving point of view, this is an unloading, right? You give the TU, and then standard app,
unloading as well as GR.
yeah,
GR.
unloading standard app, whatever we have. Yeah, did you try a standard app? How it was working? Standard unloading app, unloading
In
in RF.
sir, in PRDI I tried. In PRDI, I will go. I will receive the inbound delivery. If it does not have batch, for every batch material, we need to create batch split, because previously they for batch split scenarios from VL31N we faced an queue error where
Hmm.
line items were clearing for unloading and GR, but main line item was consisting of first item, which becomes non-relevant.
Hmm. Oh, that is,
That
it is creating
was
this next.
remaining.
Is it creating a
Yeah,
next line in the delivery?
yeah. It was creating everything, but the problem is in
Splitting.
app it was showing the first, even though delivery was completed,
Hmm.
entire thing was received. The first line, which will be non-relevant, right? That was
Hmm.
showing in that app. It was not going off, so they
It's
made some
splitting.
queue changes. Yeah,
It is splitting. Okay. Hmm.
yeah, split quantity, that plus lines will come na sir, that is cleared.
Hmm.
That was changed to complete status. But
Hmm.
in what was happening in that, while delivery, selecting the delivery in second screen, it was showing open quantity 10 only, even if the delivery was completed. Like
Hmm.
10 items are there in line item, I have batch splitted into 5 5. That
Hmm.
5 5 is completed, entire delivery is completed, but first line item, which is open quantity 10, that was remaining.
Okay.
It was not erasing the data, so they have done setup with some queue. It will go to queue first, then there is a background job settled, which is set up, that will job the queue clearing. Now it is working fine actually.
Hmm.
But how to test these scenarios? There was lot of scenarios coming in, like for every each and field. So
Correct.
as they are
Correct.
developing some product, we are like facing so many issues. And
Hmm.
they are using HO identification types also, because if a vendor sends that like external HO number, we need to scan that external HO number also, either then product or external HO number or HO number, like this
Hmm.
options we have. Now
Hmm.
they have came up with some other fields as well. If the deliveries as some like each vendor will follow his own things na sir, like he will have own
Correct.
prefix, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, that also now they are managing, like they are enhancing the product. Like if we maintain that prefix, if one supplier one has prefix IP, I need to
Hmm.
maintain that prefix in backend, or like in that application we have some T code used table, where we need to maintain that first prefix 2 letters, then we will scan that entire barcode, that will automatically pick up that prefix, something like
Oh,
they have came up. So how to test these? There are a lot of like things coming up. So I wanted suggestions, like for loading as well as for this.
but loading means like it's based on
After
your.
TU is assigned, before the GI is assigned, we need to like ship load the products using loading app. We don't use that PRDO screen or anything.
Hmm.
Actually, sir, this week they will deploy it. I will get photos of it and I will show you next. How can it be done? How will it be done? So
Okay.
that
Well,
we'll
maybe we can see that. Well, I mean, I'll tell you once we see the screen. But
yes,
loading
sir.
point
Yes,
of view and unloading point of view. Loading point of view. If I am on that situation, loading point of view, there are multiple options. Loading by HU, loading by delivery, loading by TU, loading by TU, loading by HU, loading by door. These options are there. And then, yeah, these all options, if you are relevant, you can do that. That's a standard SAP provided solution. But sometimes HUs, if the HUs are not belongs to the TU, and then you are trying to load it, it should not allow. If the HUs are belongs to the TU, but but it is not picking completed. I mean, picking and packing. Some picking is partially completed, and then it is not there in the location where you intended, like maybe GI zone or something like that. That time, how it is going to behave. So these are all scenarios you need to have a plan and then do that. There may be other multiple scenarios also, maybe based on your business scenario, we can guess.
Actually, we have tested like 20 days. It's been 20 days. Receiving app has been delivered. There are a lot of bugs and things we have found out. Like batch split was not working basically, and batch actually creation was working fine for two different line items. If the batch was created, then it was creating in app and everything. But for batch split, it entirely failed. Now they changed the entire scenario for batch split because that queue was remaining in that. They changed the entire thing now. For unpacked deliveries and all, they can receive in GR zone. They can pack it and then move it to like unloading and then GR. This type. I will show next week, sir. I will make some photos. Like I will show that.
Okay, no problem. But one thing is, nobody is perfect in the subject here. A lot of scenarios, like I have already worked almost couple of years, kind of 17 plus years of experience I have in EW itself. But still,
Yes,
I can see a lot of issues which I cannot able to resolve some cases. I mean, this is always based on the developments what we have worked. Like example, if I worked completely in one development and then completely I have tested, then only I will know that this is the issue is happening because of this development. But otherwise,
yes,
it's going to be a lot of mess in our mind. But please remember, guys, if you cannot able to answer the question, I mean, you cannot able to answer the error based on your client, you may be thinking that you don't have knowledge, but don't think in that way. That is not a best idea to do that, because you see that this, you may not be seeing that is error in all your 17 plus years of experience, but some other guy who is practicing, who is trying, who is testing the development, he may be knowing more than us, but accept and then move further. Accept that you don't know this, but not entire EW, and then move further. That's very positive way you have to go with. Otherwise, you will be losing your entire knowledge. Many people will lose the knowledge without analyzing their skills, without analyzing this example. They may be thinking that.
sir. And also one thing I wanted to ask: anybody has tried with like packing things mixed HUs, two products into HU and doing put away? I am getting some locking error actually, basically in development system. I contacted my ABAPer as well and debugged the those actually. But
What is the
he
locking
said
error
that
you are getting? Locked by user, something like that?
locked by me only. It is showing that locked by me only. Nothing is open. Like delivery is not open. Anything I have not opened it. It is showing by locked by me. For first HU, it will work, sir. Finally, everything is finally working. For POC, this is.
Yeah, this is a development error. It's a development error, not by the standard SAP. Standard SAP is not going to lock like that. Maybe
But
they have.
the thing is, sir, I did it in PRDO as well, like PRDI as well. I had like 10 HUs or 12 HUs. First HU, it was creating unloading warehouse task and GR. Okay, done. Then second HU, for mixed second HU, I am getting this error logged by. But after 2 minutes, suddenly it will go and store in SM12 actually. In my ID, it will show that some table name it will show. It will show that it is locked by Chetan IC, but I have not locked anything. Then
Correct.
I come back to PRDI and I process the same thing. After 2 minutes, it will process it. Next HU, same 2 minutes, process it. I'm little confused. He is also confused. It. So
No. I think
yeah.
there are. I mean, developer knows that there are two types of locks actually. Complete HU lock
Okay.
or some other. I mean, like some. I don't remember that locking methodology, but when they are doing any development, if they have done that, just make sure that they should not log the content of the HU, just only that product, and then complete it. And then once you come out of that HU, I mean, it should see deconsolidation is also same issue, right? I mean, deconsolidation, you will have two products.
No. It is. Yes, sir. Yes.
Then I'll tell you, deconsolidation also will have the two products.
Standard.
One product you process it, next product it will not give an error message. That is a standard. But is that I mean, the development is locking in the backend. So check that why it is locking in the system. Maybe HU complete lock.
Actually, sir, he debugged it and he saw like rectifying it for 2 to 3 days. He also tried it, but then my solution architect said that it is in standard SAP also. It is happening like this. Just ignore for it now. We will send it to a standard SAP. Why it is happening?
Oh, is
they
it
are
put
rising.
away? I mean, there's no development on the put away side, you're saying?
Actually, it's not taking me to next screens. It is showing some unprecedented queues exist for this HU, something like that. Now they are a little confused about.
No, I know that
Yeah.
unprocessed HUs are there. Yeah, it's like
For mixed HUs only, not for any other. Any others are working fine.
I understand
so
that. Yeah, I think. What is the version you are using? 1909 or 2021?
2021. 2021.
2021, you should not get it now. I mean, like it's.
They are implementing, sir. Actually, it is in development, but they are like they told us that we are implementing 2021. Like in next. We are in development right now, so they are developing. So they have time.
Yeah, maybe SAP issue.
He said that 2021 is good. Yeah.
SAP issue already. Maybe around those areas, maybe if they have any developments, just ask them to check the developer and then see that. I have not cited SAP.
Yes. Yeah.
2022, I don't see that error actually. We did that's a lot of
21, sir. 21, not 22.
Yeah. Good.
Okay, sir.
Okay, let's see. Thank you guys for joining. Maybe we can see next week. Sumant, is your turn now. So